starting tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Steelers and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end.
Set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. Johnson now to return. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And nothing doing on that run. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up. They send the tight end in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He gets this one complete to Humphrey. A lot of terrific quarterbacks from Southern California, and here's another one. The rookie gets his team a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
If you ever want to get an idea, Mike, of just how competitive this guy is, when we talked to him the other day, despite the fact that he put up ridiculous numbers a week ago, you could tell that it was bothering him that he came up just shy of passing that 500-yard mark. I mean, he jokingly said, well, now he has something to chase. I could be even better. And while I don't think he was necessarily serious, it wouldn't shock me one bit if he put up similar numbers at the end of this one.
To the air now on 1st and 10. hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Back to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play. A tough spot here. Third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us. We'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason end of the night. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. It is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This is taken at the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Give him 14 on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Give him 13 on that screen play, and a 1st down. Handoff here, up the middle, and good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Steelers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
The Ravens offense ready to take over possession of the football. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's a 3rd and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he enters the final weekend on top of the league in rushing yards by a quarterback. He has been dynamic all season long. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 3rd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
The Ravens offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Steelers with the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Second and 11. Now, faking the give. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been effective with the ball in his hands all season long. The NFL's leader among quarterbacks in touchdown score. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Quick throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's a toss, right side. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. His 12th touchdown of the year. Now, the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Steelers are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with first and 10. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Second down and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's a first down It will be a gain of 8. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Build that momentum offense.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He's got it. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Raven first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
He'll go left side here and complete this one.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll try to set up the screen here. The second effort going to get him the 1st down. Looked like he might be stopped short, but he was able to break free and take it beyond the marker. Now a give up the middle, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. A tight end in motion now. Back to throw. His throw left side is complete.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. It led to a nice game.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with first down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. Then he works his way past the 25 to the 27-yard line. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That's fielded at about the 18. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
They don't want a repeat of first down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin with an interesting one in the AFC. The Chargers heading east to take on Cleveland. And it's the Chargers who are out in front. Marvin Harrison Jr., a touchdown reception. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Saints looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Bears trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. Price now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Steelers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. To the ground after the penalty. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
The home team's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Here now, 3rd and 5. Tight end on the move left. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
This one complete right side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to run it. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Give him 16 there, and a 1st down. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Somebody moved early up front. They'll look to throw. He'll take off again. And he'll get the penalty yardage and then some back and is very close to a 1st down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to set up the screen here. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. The Steelers going to send out their field goal unit here. This one from 41 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That is hard. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Ravens are back within 6. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. That is brought in. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll throw out of the gun. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's put 6 on the board, fellas.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 5. They'll stick with him again. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. Some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still 3rd down.
So now after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Up the middle they go. And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. That one caught by Humphrey.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing right, it's taken in, and it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now a give on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So, from 3rd and 2, back him up to 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, he'll throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Steelers will take over here just past the 30.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to keep it himself. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one. They'll send a tight end in motion. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still 1st down.
Back to throw.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
At the Ravens 40-yard line.
He'll tuck it and take off. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
There he goes again. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
Ridiculous.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him
to the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as we reach the 2-minute warning. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. He'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.